Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we are going to dive into a topic that is essential for any programmer who wants to understand what happens after their code is compiled: how to open and inspect dwarf files. You might not know it by name, but dwarf data is the secret sauce that makes modern debugging possible. We will explore what it is and the common command line tools you can use to peer inside this incredibly useful information. In simple terms, dwarf is a standardized debugging data format. When you compile your code, the compiler translates your human-readable source code into low-level machine instructions. In this process, valuable context like variable names, function names, data structures, and the relationship to original source file lines is lost. If you compile with a special debug flag, like G with the GCC or Clang compilers, the compiler generates this extra dwarf information and embeds it directly into your executable file or a separate object file. This information acts as a map, allowing tools to bridge the gap between the compiled machine code and your original source code. The most direct tool for this job is dwarf-dump. As its name implies, it dumps the contents of the dwarf sections of a file. You can simply run dwarf-dump your executable in your terminal to get a very verbose, detailed printout of all the debugging information, including compilation units, type definitions, variables, and function prototypes. Another powerful utility is objdump. It is a versatile tool for inspecting object files, and it has a flag specifically for dwarf. By running objdump dwarf your executable, you can get a structured view of the debug sections. One of its most powerful features is the ability to interleave source code with assembly instructions using the S flag, which is only possible when dwarf data is present. Similarly, the readelf tool is excellent for this. It is designed to display information about ELF files, the standard executable format on Linux. You can use readelf debug-dump your executable to see the dwarf content. Readelf gives you fine-grained control to dump specific sections, like debug-dump equals line 4 line number tables or debug-dump equals info for the core debugging entries. Finally, it's crucial to understand that the primary consumer of dwarf is not a human, but a debugger like GDB. When you use GDB to set a breakpoint at a specific line number, inspect a variable's value by name, or get a clean stack trace, GDB is actively reading and interpreting the dwarf data behind the scenes to provide that high-level context. So while dwarf-dump and objdump let you open the file, GDB is how you truly use it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clear understanding of what dwarf is and how you can explore it. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Your support really helps a lot. See you next time.